I am looking for my lighter. Here it is. So this is going to be a reading about the Divine Masculine Collective. I was being guided. I'm trying to fix the camera. Sorry, guys. I was actually being guided to do this reading tonight. I'm going to do one also on the Divine Feminine Collective. I was hoping to be here like 30 minutes ago, but I kept getting a lot of channel messages. So my guides, and the guides of, your collective, they kind of hold me hostage until they're done with the channel messages. So that's what was going on. But I got some good messages for you. So let's get into it. All right. Put this right here. So I was being guided to read this hot chakra bowl like I usually do. All right. Now, I was being guided to post some messages ahead of time. So I have some messages here. And I also have a lot of other decks that we're also going to be pulling from. I have so many messages, so this is probably going to be a longer reading, as the ones around the full moon tend to be, or the new moons. Let me go ahead and bring up the chat. I hope that you are doing well. I know this is going to be a pretty emotional new moon. Full moon. Well, I guess I say new moon. It was a Freudian slip. I do not see this video coming up. I don't know. Maybe I'm on unlisted. That would be really funny if I was on unlisted. I may be. I don't know, you guys. I don't know why I can't bring this up. So I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat right now because nothing's coming up. So my apologies. Excuse me. I forgot my water. All right. So I was being guided to pull a few messages so I can see the overall picture of what's going on for the Divine Masculine Collective. Before I do that, I want to get into some channeled messages that I got. And one channeled message that I got, okay, they're all coming through my head. Okay. So one message that I got is I was told that there is a lot of mirroring when it comes to, excuse me guys, I'm always burping during readings. Anyway, so there's a lot of mirroring going on between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine Collective. I feel as though the Divine Feminine is really feeling the Divine Masculine, and of course, we always have to say that these are just energies, okay? So you can be a female and a Divine Masculine. You can be a male and be a Divine Feminine, all right? They're energies. And there's Divine Feminine and Masculine within all of us. So the Masculine Collective, so the Divine Masculine Collective, I can tell that that they've been having a really sexual energy, a really strong sexual energy, because over the last few days, I've been feeling very sexual, and that's not me. That's not my energy. That's not me. So I can tell that this is coming from the Divine Masculine. So I'm feeling that there's a strong telepathic connection. And in my third eye, I'm seeing a red cord between the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines. And look, all of a sudden, my third eye is like tickling. So yes, there's a very strong intuitive connection between the divine feminines and the divine masculine collective. All right. Let's see, what other messages do I have? All right, so I started singing this song. Okay, I have two songs in my head. I started singing this song by Missy Timbaland and Magoo, Magoo, and I feel like the divine masculine. Okay, so divine masculine, this is your reading. I feel like you want to go towards your divine feminine. However, you are going through a very important lesson right now, and that could be why you have not stepped forward, because what you're going through during the full moon, it really, it's a really serious, lesson here, and it's essential to go through this lesson. Go through this experience, come out on the other side of this karmic situation in order to have that deep connection with the divine feminine. It looks like you are looking deeper. Deeper within me is a majestic radiance. So you are now starting to see, or you are really seeing here, I feel like your worth. And you are doing self-reflection. There's a lot of self-reflection that you are doing in order to see the gem in you. See the preciousness of you is what I'm hearing. The radiance within you. To see how you are different from others. To see how you are above others in some ways. I mean, you are divine. You're divine masculine, all right? Or you are evolving into the divine masculine. I feel like you are evolving. All right. I'm feeling an energy of you could have been, let me get my little tools here so I can really tap in. I'm feeling as though, you're stepping in. You're stepping into the divine masculine energy. I can see that very strongly. So you're doing a really good job, divine masculines. You're doing a really good job, all right? Keep moving forward, and you should be very proud of yourself and the work that you're doing for yourself right now. So you're starting to see who you really are. You've had a lot of challenges. You've had a lot of obstacles when it comes to people that you thought were like you, but now you're seeing how you are above that energy. And I feel like the people that you've been around, that they've been doing the same thing over and over again. And they're, it's like they're all gems here. So there's a gem in all of us, right? But these karmics I'm hearing, these lower vibrational energies, because look at you, you're up here, you've ascended. And then we have here these lower vibrational energies. And while there is a jewel in each and every one of them, they are not rising above the challenges. They're not rising above the obstacles. They are being represented by the mountain. So they're just staying still. They're not moving. And I feel as though while you have been in this energy for a long time, again, you're now ascending. You stepped out of the energy. You're no longer, going through the same cycles. And this is how you are getting on the other side of these mountains. I'm feeling as though delays are going to clear up for you. Obstacles are going to clear up for you. Because look, now you have the way through. You see how there's nothing blocking your path. And I just noticed there's a shooting star here. So you're going after your wish fulfillment. You're going after your wish fulfillment. These energies down here, they barely have any stars, so they're just staying still. Oh my God. And by the way, excuse my nails. I have to get some nail polish remover. My nails look ratchet right now, so just love me anyway. Okay. Unconditionally. All right, divine masculines. Yeah, you're definitely ascending. Look, she's in the sky. And she is happy because she also is ascending. She has come off the ground. I heard made it out the mud. So there's been a lot of confusion. For some, there's been addiction, but there's a lot of confusion. There are misunderstandings, not being able to see things. I'm hearing not being able to see the forest for the trees. Holding on to the past. But now you are rising above that. You're soaring into joy. You're soaring into joy. So looking deeper is allowing you to soar into joy as well as follow your bliss. These are what doors are opening for you, what gateways are opening for you, Divine Masculine. So this is really strong energy here. My soul sings with joy, and then we have soaring into joy. So you are moving here. If you look at this card, she's moving from the night to the day, from the darkness to the light. There's also this unicorn here, so she's following a unique path. Music can be important here. I'm also feeling like there's an unfinished symphony. There's an unfinished symphony. You're still creating the song of your life. You're feeling good, or you will be feeling very good soon. All right? You are renewing your life. Oh. All right. I was guided to pull this card. They're like stuck together for some reason. You are renewing your life. This is a time to renew your life. All right? You're throwing out the people, the places, the things. I just heard gifts from exes, you know, things that remind you of them, like things that you no longer need. And as you are getting rid of, releasing with joy, or releasing because you know that it's going to bring joy, that is allowing for God, Spirit, Universe, whatever you subscribe to. By the way, like and subscribe to this video. But by you renewing your life here, you're becoming more radiant. There's vitality. And this is because you have let go of the negative energies in your life. And as you let go of these energies that are not good for you, that do not suit your higher purpose, you are sending a message to the universe that you are ready, that you are open to receiving better. As you realize that something is not on your level, right? That going around in circles. As you realize that this energy, that vibration does not resonate with you, and you decide to ascend, you're sending a message to the universe, God, Spirit, whoever you subscribe to, that you are open to receive better. And what happens is that creates a void. That creates a void. Say there was something filling that space, like a toxic relationship or a toxic pattern or toxic belief. Say that is what is filling this space, right? By you releasing that we can't just leave the space open. That will not be open. So that is allowing a place for something better to come to you. It's interesting. Not too long ago, I reconnected with a childhood friend. And then I realized that she was not actually my friend. So when I released her, a friend from elementary happened to contact me to reconnect. So I can see that this person, who was my best friend in elementary, is in greater alignment with where I'm going right now. We often grow out of relationships. We grow out of relationships because when we are ascending and people are at a lower vibration, there's a disconnect. There's no, there's no like equal vibrations. The lower vibrations do not resonate with you. So naturally, you are going to be, split apart as someone stays in their lower vibration, and maybe they ascend at another time, but at that moment they are in that negative vibration, and that lower vibration rather, and you are continuing to ascend. So you are going to attract people who are actually on that level. You're going to attract people who are at the same place in their journey or higher, right? All right, so you're attracting something very beautiful. You're attracting something new, okay? Divine masculines. I can see that in the past. In the past, you have had some conflicts with being controlling, or someone in your life being controlling, or just a controlling energy. There's been drama. There's been conflict of interest. Two people who do not see eye to eye. Two people with different ways of being, different ways of living. Opposite energies. You've been dealing with low vibrational energies, and you know, when people are surrounded by lower vibrational people, low vibrational energies, that is likely an indicator that there is something that needs to be worked on within you, right? Because if we're not in that low vibrational energy, the low vibrations and the high vibrations, they just clash, you know? They clash. I'm also feeling an energy of looking into the subconscious and bringing it forward, looking into fears, looking into the unknown, and bringing things to light. That's what I'm seeing here too. It looks like there's a cycle here. There's a cycle here. At one point you were very intimidating, very controlling, right? I feel as though you, and let me say, there's no judgment here. I'm just calling it like I see it. There's no judgment here because you are changing. Nevertheless, it is important to bring these things up to the surface because we can't change what we don't know we're experiencing. That's why, you know, there's shadow sides. And if this is something that's truly a shadow, we can't see that, so we can't heal that. So I feel as though, you know, you could have been experimenting on people. How does this reaction affect different people, or trying to control others? In particular, the way they think. That was a cycle you've been going through. And this is especially when it comes to relationships. Now I'm seeing that you have experienced some toxic relationships, karmic relationships. Oh, betrayals. Someone has some really nice breasts, by the way. But you've been experiencing betrayals. This is another 5 energy here. That's challenges. That's also change. I can see here that you are really interested in being with your divine feminine. For some of you, the divine feminine was a third-party female. You're likely with the karmic, all right? And that's, of course, not for all of you. But and this is a 5 energy. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm thinking about the 5th house, and that also has to do with like love and I'm not quite sure, but I know that's another like love house, romantic house. I feel a misuse of sexuality here. I'm also feeling an energy of really not knowing what true love is because of experiencing a lot of snakes in the grass. And there could have been a belief that all women are like this. And when you met something different, when you came across this divine feminine, your divine feminine, there was a big shock. And I feel as though you likely still, in the beginning did not believe this person is who they are because of the past, because of being jaded. I'm feeling a very balanced energy here. I'm also feeling a Kundalini energy. I see that you really want to touch your divine feminine. I see that you really like your divine feminine's body, especially her humps, her humps, her humps, her humps. Her lovely lady lumps in the back and in the front. Check it out. Okay, I had to. So I see that you really like this. There could be some seduction, seductive energy here. There's a lot of sensuality. But with others, it's not like that, But it is with your divine feminine. I do feel as though you have an ancient tie to Sirius here. To Sirius, the Sirius constellation, Sirius starseeds. And this is a 10 energy, so again, a new cycle. You're learning lessons right now. You're growing up. You're becoming more responsible. You're growing up. I'm feeling as though there was a childhood trauma, a childhood issue, or I'm feeling problems with your mother, challenges with the mother energy. And for some of you, there was no father energy around you, or masculine energy around you, or whatever. Not a father figure. And because of that, okay, what I'm hearing is, all right, I just got a repeating pattern. So for some of you, of course not all of you, for some of you, your parents, your father could have left your mother for someone else, or left, and you didn't know what your dad was doing, or maybe the father came back around every so often and maybe was abusive or drank a lot. I don't know. These are just the things that I'm seeing. Argumentative, defensive is what I'm getting. So that showed you, or if there was a lag, showed you that, did not show you the divine masculine energy. Instead, you were taught the lower vibrational energy, the distorted masculine. And that also caused anger, frustration, inability to see clearly, or not to say that, but I don't know, there's just some shadow there. You were, again, in the distorted masculine energy, and that affects how you view women also. And if there were issues between you and the mother, that really created a mother wound, which has contributed to you coming together with karmic energies that keep you in a lower vibration. So you're growing up. You're growing up. In the past, you wanted to stay still. But now you are, I just started putting on your big boy panties. What? And I'm seeing pull-ups. You're braising your pull-ups, all right? You're putting on your big boy undies. There you go. And stepping into your power. This is an 11 energy, so there is spiritual growth coming that's bringing more balance and bringing connections, divine connections to you. You now have that foresight. You can now see things. And you're coming up with a strategy for the near future. You're working on your identity. You're working on yourself here, and you are experiencing really powerful life lessons, the tree of life. You're experiencing very powerful life lessons at this time. Again, good job, Divine Masculine. Good job, Divine Masculine. This is not easy. It's not easy, you know? And you are handling it. You're handling it. Oh, wow, I got a lot of cards here. Divine Masculines. Divine Masculines, in the past, it looks like you had some dishonest energy, but now you could be wanting to write. Okay, you could be wanting to send a message. Some of you are writing poetry, some of you are writing songs, some of you, you know, you're writing things down, you're writing down information. A song just came in my head. Heart don't fail me now. Wish don't desert me, don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how the world can seem so long. Wrong, I don't fucking know. How the world can seem so fast. Okay, that's how it stops. Oh, wait. On a journey to the past. All right. So I can see here that you are going back and addressing childhood challenges. And it's beautiful because as you do that, that's definitely going to shift your future. By going in and releasing those energies, it creates a shift in your energy, which creates a shift in the external circumstances, right? Because as within, so without. So you could have been dishonest in some way. But now you want to do something new. You're following your heart. You want to do something new. You want to follow your light. So you're stepping out of your comfort zone to do something new, to do something original. I just heard a confirmation. It's going to be happening very quickly. In the past, you've been controlling and demanding. You've become arrogant when your authority has been challenged, right? Now, you could be using your authority to protect others, using that same energy to protect others, as opposed to being controlling and demanding. In the past, I see that you're placing money, placing work, placing financial gain, and having control over spiritual insight, over gaining wisdom, over shining your light. But now you are seeing the nature of divine and life in yourself. You're starting to see the beautiful things of life. You're starting to see the beautiful things within yourself. So much is changing for you. So much is changing for you. In the past, there was an inability. You were unable to defend yourself against negative forces. So you may have been more likely to allow negative forces in your life, or I'm hearing even be like controlled or manipulated by negative forces, by negative people, by negative places, or low vibrational. But now there's an energy of purity and redemption. As you are connecting more with your spiritual side, with who you really are, you're doing the shadow work. You have been manipulative in the past through duplicity, all right, being two-faced. But now you're really transcending that behavior. You're changing. You're changing. You're changing your predictable behavior, so that means you're becoming a new person. You're changing very much. Again, there were some childhood wounds. And because of that, you haven't moved forward. So there was something that hurt you in the past, and someone who really hurt you in the past. And, you know, this is kind of what you blame, as opposed to working on it. Let's say you have trust issues in a relationship, and then you start dating people that are not trustworthy. This is because of a childhood wound. And this is because up until now, you haven't been able to move past this and forgive. Before you worked with people, negotiated people, you, when coming together with people, you often had an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda. And this can be personally, sexually, professionally. In the past, you could have given your heart to someone who was very destructive in your life. Or if it's not someone who's very destructive, it was a way of thinking. It was a principle. It was something like that. A way, you know, I'm even hearing when you were younger, someone could have programmed you with something. For example, I'm thinking about this movie that I saw not too long ago. I don't remember what movie it was, but it was with, oh my God, what's his name? I can't even remember the guy's name. Well, in the movie, he was coaching his kids to say, like, monogamy is not real, monogamy is not real. And he would, like, try to put that in their heads. Or, like, all men only want one thing, all men only want one thing. Programming that, right? Especially if there was a challenge between parents. So that could have been something that you had allegiance to. Okay, there were delusions also when it came to romance, and it came to these karmic connections. But now you are gaining the skill of, or the energy of loyalty, romance, chivalry, on being honorable where you weren't before. Again, you're able to see new things. You have the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. So you're able to see beyond, well, one, you're able to see beyond what those around you can see, because when you're in a lower vibration, there's only so far that you can, there's only so much that you can imagine, you know? Because that's all you see. You see negativity, so it's hard to really reach for beautiful, wonderful, positive goals, but you are doing that. You now have the willingness, you're willing to proclaim a vision without reward for personal gain. So you're moving towards happiness for the sake of happiness. In the past, there was some dishonesty once again, but you are releasing what is destructive. I feel as though the emotions, they're coming to the surface, especially with this full moon. And now you're preparing for a new life. You're definitely preparing for a new life. Check this out. Do I have it here? Hold up. Wait. No, I don't see it, but it'll come up. It'll come up somewhere. It's not some. All right. Where were we? Again, you're releasing things that are destructive for you, and you are preparing for a new life. Things just finally came to the surface and blew over here. So now you're destroying the past. You are destroying the effects, the negative programming from the past. Oh, here it is. Wait, is it in this pile? Oh my God, I just looked in this pile. The charm. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I feel like, okay, let's see. Yeah, you're bringing justice into your life. You're becoming more righteous. All right? Because you want to do better for yourself. You're like, this is not me. Because you're divine. You're not lower vibrational. But when you are surrounded by lower vibrational people, you think that that's who you are, for one, you know, and then you start to become them because of that strong energy and that lower vibrational energy. They are, did I just see 3444? I did. I did. So you are expanding now. You're creating now. You're creating a new future now. You're creating abundance now with angelic help. You are beginning a new cycle, which is beautiful. I was saying something, but now I don't remember what I was saying, so I'm just going to move on. You're now following your intuition, even though people may doubt you, even though they may think that you're making a unwise decision. You're now willing to step into your best future, what it is that you really want. And you're trusting your intuition even when others doubt you. So you're going about this alone. You are leaving in the past. You're leaving behind these lower vibration energies. And you're like, okay, I have to be that jewel that rises above all that, because now I can move through the challenges. Well, they are still there. They're still there. So you're gaining independence by going on this journey to the past on your own. Okay? You're becoming more devoted. You could be becoming devoted to a lover, giving your heart to someone, to your divine feminine. You have a strong obsession. You have an obsession. An obsession. I meant to say appreciation. But there was some obsessiveness. There was obsessive pattern that would passion, or you had obsessive patterns that harmed others. You know, your devotion to a karmic, I'm hearing, or your devotion to a pattern, or even a substance, whatever this is, a person, place, or thing, has been self-destructive for you, but you're moving forward from that. You're sharing your heart. You use money, use material things, 3D things, what is associated with the lower chakras, especially the root chakra, survival. You use that as an excuse not to move forward with life. But now you're in a place where you want to serve others. You want to give to others with a free and loving heart. You wanted to have people just dependent on you for some reason. Okay, let's see here. In the past, there was a dictatorial control. There was a lot of control. And an abuse of authority. You abused your authority in the past. You may be a father. You may be a father. And again, there may be a mother wound here. But now you are being a positive influence, a positive guiding light, because you're stepping up into that divine masculine energy. And the divine masculine leads. He protects. So you're becoming a guiding light for a family unit here. Now, you could have experienced a mother who was smothering or who abandoned you. You could have also experienced a mother figure who would make you feel guilty for becoming independent. She wanted you to be dependent on her as well. Just as that is what you wanted from other people. So as you can see, this is a generational pattern. This is a generational curse that you are transcending right now. You use the power of romantic attraction in the past for private agendas. All right? You could have used your words in a negative way. You are recognizing and confronting your addictive behaviors. In the past, you compromised your integrity, you compromised your honesty, and you allowed an addictive pattern such as codependency, such as an addiction to drug and alcohol. An addictive pattern, you allowed that to have authority over your spirit. So this could be a person, again, this could be a substance, a drug. I'm also hearing like a mental condition, like OCD. I don't know, I just heard that. But now you're seeing this and you're confronting this. So you're doing an excellent job. You're putting your compassion into action as you're advocating for yourself. You're advocating for your divine feminine. I feel as though you were not cognizant, like up until now, you were not cognizant about how deeply your childhood experiences have affected you. It's like a blind spot was there. This is a time for you to make an important decision, divine masculines. Do you want to go in a new direction, or do you want to keep doing the same things that you have always done? When you do the same thing you've always done, you're going to get the same results. You're going to get what you always got. And then there's a story of the poem saying that I chose the path less traveled, and that made all the difference. So you're at a fork in the road here, while you are also experiencing fears of being orphaned. Check out the energy of this card. This is a shadow aspect. And then we have no place like home. So you could have been orphaned as a child. You could have been rejected as a child. Or there's a fear of abandonment. There's a fear of abandonment. Like, these are both 5 energies. So there are challenges here, but they're changing. You are rising above this perception that you're going to be orphaned or abandoned. And you're realizing that you can actually create a family unit, a family energy. I feel like a family unit that is new, overcoming these karmic patterns, these generational curses here. Some of you, a lot of you have the generational curse of infidelity. And that is often what leads to a feeling of being orphaned. When it splits up a family, that affects the child. I've never noticed. I've had these cards since 2016 or something, 2015, 2016. I've never noticed that there's a face here. I've never noticed that there was a face in this card. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you see that face right there? I've never noticed that. So this person here, she's looking at the past people who have affected her. This is a shared energy between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. This is a shared, this is an energy that they're mirroring. Now, also divine masculines. It is important for you at this time to delve into and acknowledge your divine feminine within. I can see that you are coming into union, because we come into union when we are an embodiment of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy, as we do have both in all of us. You've had a lot of challenges thinking that you've had to do everything on your own. Like, if you didn't do it, nothing was going to get done. There's also energy of dependency, depending on another for survival. And there's a message here that you don't have to do everything by yourself. Allow others to help you. Allow others to help you. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive and be open to receiving, and receive with love. Receive with gratitude. I'm hearing allow yourself to be loved, divine masculine, because you are divine masculine. You have your divine feminine energy, and this divine feminine energy and the divine feminine energy in general, our mission is to uncover and create, the avenue for unconditional love. Oh my God, what a moment to burp. So the divine feminine, she offers unconditional love to the masculine. So allow yourself to receive that. I just heard sex with me so amazing. There's that sexual energy there. You could have also been using sexual energy to keep you from really, and this is a subconscious and you weren't aware of this, but using sex, what I just heard is, that's emotional unavailability. But you were not one who's open to receiving love, truly, receiving love here. So that could have caused you to bounce from person to person, because as long as you're not staying in one place, getting close to someone, you don't have to confront the deeper issues. But that's important to do within our spiritual growth, within our journeys, and also when it comes to alignment with the divine feminine. Relationships aren't just, easy breezy and they just come together and everything's perfect and everything. No. Couples get into disagreements. It's just what happens. But I'm hearing it's how you address those disagreements. It's how you go about it that is important. I don't know why I got that message. So you're being guided to imagine, step beyond what you saw for yourself in the past. There's a divine, decision here to go in a new way, to reach for the sky, to dream bigger dreams. Imagine beyond what you have experienced in the past. Do not limit yourself. God's spirit universe wants to protect you and wants to give you what it is that you want, because by that happening, you are able to serve others in that divine masculine energy. I just heard that you could be a light worker and you may not know it. Okay? So you step out of that low vibrational spiral and you're bringing in blessings and serendipitous events. Luck is on your side. Opportunities are on your side. Joy is on your side. Positive endings to bring up something better. Something can come back around, but in a more positive way. You're getting there's so many opportunities. There's so much change here. Yeah, that's beautiful. And blessings. You're calling in blessings. Now, in order to manifest, there does need to be an equal give and take in your connections here. So to manifest your desires, you have to be flexible in how you go about it. And you weren't doing that before. Okay? You're being an armchair astronaut. But now you're coming to the edge of your comfort zone. And look, you're stepping off of that. You see how they're both kind of doing the same thing? You're stepping out of your comfort zone in a very beautiful and graceful way. And that's bringing you to the land of milk and honey, where all your desires have manifest. This is a 6 energy. 6 is my favorite number. It's joy, happiness, good relationships, positive things coming to you. I associate that with gifts from the universe. There's healing coming, abundance, sweetness coming. And look, here you are waking up to that new life. So you're waking up from the winter to the spring. It's been winter time in your life. Now you are awakening to a new phase, the springtime, where things blossom, where things grow. You're ready now. You're ready here. So it's time for you to be honest with someone, with your divine feminine. Be honest with yourself as well. What is it that you really want? What you really want from somebody, let me know. Really want. All right, this is also a 5 energy. So again, there are conflicts, but now there are changes. Take off this mask. You see how there's a mask down here? You're taking off this mask. It's time to be honest with yourself. Be honest with others about your heart's desires, about the window to your soul, gaining out wisdom, about following your heart. This is not the time to hide who you really are, hide what you really want. Keep yourself closed off to please others, to please these lower vibrational people. This is a time for you to open up and be honest with yourself so you can manifest what it is that you want. We have a mending energy. A mending energy. You could be thinking about mending with a divine feminine, with a parent, or just healing within yourself. You could be healing yourself, or there's a healing of a connection here by going within. By going within and really doing that self-reflection. Doing reflection on this connection, reflecting on inner child issues, teenage trauma. All right, some of you had early childhood trauma as well as teenage trauma. And I heard something just now, but I don't want to repeat it. Sex with me so amazing. What's our time? Okay. So I'm not going to get into the other decks because we have plenty here, okay? We talked about, we have a lot of messages. Look, it's time for you to heal. In order to practice self-love, you have to heal. And I'm hearing love is healing. Love is what heals us. Being loved unconditionally is what heals us. Some wounds need to be acknowledged before they can be completely healed. And that's what we're talking about. Allow yourself the time, space, and processes necessary to find your wholeness again. It's time, divine masculine, for you to find your wholeness again. And look, there's another unicorn here. Know that you are unique. You are unique. There's no one like you. So you don't have to, I'm hearing it like integrate or be in the hive mind. The hive mind, where everybody thinks the same. Step out of the box. Okay. Let's see, I'm getting guided to go back to that. Look at that. Look, card number 11, once again, spiritual growth. And this says, everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. We were talking about that, as within, so without. What do you need in your life that you're not currently getting? So this is a time for you to think about, what are you missing? Have you been missing real love? Real love. Have you been missing adventure? Have you been missing joy? Have you been missing play? Have you been missing lightheartedness? What is it that you have been missing? Have you been missing spirituality in your life? It's time to reclaim your power. It's time to move away from distractions that keep you still, that keep you stagnant, that do not allow you to move forward to live your best life. Stop shining light on the things you are not. Do not shine light on the things you are not. Know that someone else's opinion of you does not mean it's true, right? Someone can say that, I have green skin. And they can tell that to me all the time. Doesn't make it true. Someone can say that I'm a liar. right? And try to push out that happened before. You lie, you lie, you lie. But really, it was that person projecting onto me because I'm actually like the most honest person I know. Honest to a fault, right? Too honest. But that person was projecting onto me because he was extremely dishonest. So it's time to reclaim your power. You create your own reality, divine masculines. What you want wants you to. What do you want to experience? So again, think about, what do you want in your life? Where do you want your life to go? I had a message that I got that I channeled, and I think I'm going to post it around the new moon. And this message was, when you have something in your life, say you are in a toxic relationship, or you are, in a toxic, I don't know, you have a toxic roommate or something like that. Ask yourself, do I see myself still experiencing this in 5 years? Can I see myself still experiencing this in 10 years? Is this something that I want in 10 years? If it's not, drop it like it's hot, all right? So what do you want to experience? What do you want instead? Dream big. I'm hearing dream bigger dreams. What is it that you want instead? All right? This is a time to prioritize self-love, prioritize self-care. And that can also be standing up for yourself. That can also be following your true north, going according to your intuition, your desires, experiencing your journey between yourself and your higher power. Ask yourself, when do you feel most nurtured and when do you feel cared for? That's interesting. I think I got that same message today. And I was going to do this too. I was going to write this down. And it's, when do you feel loved? What makes you feel loved? What makes you feel loved? It could be a good idea for you to check out your love languages, or your love languages, because we have like 2 primary ones. Gary Chapman, 5 love languages. Oneness. Oneness is all. I feel like you're an earth angel, but you maybe didn't see that, but you are now unfolding. You're evolving, you're unfolding. You're growing up, I heard. You're becoming this beautiful new person. You went from a bud to a beautiful rose. Know that oneness is the way. Mending, once again, that mending energy, that connection energy. Oneness is the way. How can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? I have a tattoo on my side, 𝑭𝒓𝒆𝒔𝒄𝒆𝒄𝒕, and it says, they condemn what they do not understand. So instead of condemning those that you don't understand, ask yourself, how can you have more compassion and acceptance towards them? Okay? That's like unconditional love. Oh, shiznit. Look what I just saw. Unconditional love. You are becoming more aware of your own feelings. And you'll be feeling happy about it on the other side of this full moon. You're coming into a new consciousness. You're looking in another way, a new way. New things are coming into your mind. You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like I'm seeing the image of a crab, and crabs, or lobsters or whatever, crab or lobster, I think it's crabs, their body will grow, but their shell will not. And their body will continue growing, and it'll continue growing, and it'll continue growing until it doesn't fit in their shell anymore. Excuse me. And then their outer shell just breaks open, and they have to be naked for a while. They just got to be a naked crab, which seems really weird to me. I don't know. Why am I thinking about like the texture when they're cooked? Anyway. I'm sure that's not their texture, but anyway. So they walk around naked until their new shell that fits their body grows back. So I feel like you are You are moving past the energy of being that crab that's growing. You're growing, right? And you have to break out of your former life, your former patterns, your former shell, your former programming, in order to bring something that fits you. So things are coming full circle for you. There were attachments to old ways of thinking, to old people, to old environments, to old jobs, to different things. Okay, there was an attachment to these things. And because of that, you did not want to let these things go. Because you were comfortable with these things. You were comfortable with this energy. Because you knew this energy. This is likely something that you experienced early in life, so this was familiar to you. Now, things are coming full circle, and you are being called to, you are being guided to, and you are readdressing those karmic patterns, those lessons, those destructive lessons or destructive patterns. Now, you are going back into the past, journey to the past, right? I just got chills up my legs. So yeah, you're walking away from something, you're moving in a certain direction. I got chills on my legs. You are moving in a new direction so you can receive more out of life. So you can receive more out of life and you don't have that past energy weighing on you or taking up space for something better should be or something better can be. So your karmic lessons are coming back up and you are addressing them. You're addressing them here. And you are attracting new. You're actually attracting very high energy. So that's good. Now you're able to look at these things and see that this is the point of where you have been attracting from. Because we attract from whatever energy we are at, that we're in any given time. So if we are operating out of a low vibration because we're experiencing fear or there was trauma or being jaded or just a belief that this is how things are, you are attracting from that. But now you will see that things are shifting in a positive way because you are attracting different. And look at this. Shut up. Look at this. This is what I was talking about, the void, the hole. So you're releasing these things that have not served you. You're releasing these things in order for it to be filled with something better. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's the energy that you're in. Now you are moving towards the energy of unconditional love for yourself and for others. All right. Now, what I'm seeing here is that, so this is your karmic lesson here. This is a lesson that you're learning here. All right. That was your energy. Now let's talk about the lesson. And we're soon going to wrap this reading up. You are transcending, you're moving forward past confusion, because here's the thing. You were divine masculine, standing still. You were not moving forward, right? You were comfortable in these patterns. You were staying put in these patterns. That's where you wanted to be, because that was familiar to you. That was what you knew, as opposed to moving beyond that. But because you are that crab, imagine when the crab, the first time the crab shell breaks, imagine that. That crab's probably like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Like, the crab's probably like, what the hell? Like, where's my protection? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why is it so cold? Like, are they gonna eat me? Like, are they gonna dip me in butter? You know, like, are they gonna dip me in drawn butter? Like, what the hell is going on? You know? When you are first moving into a new path, a new circumstance, you're letting go of the old, embracing the new, something new comes to you. It can be a confusing time. it can be a confusing time because everything is new. Everything is different. And I'm feeling like this opens up a fear of the future. Uncertainty about the future. But know that you create your own reality. You are the creator of your reality, not anything external from you. You are the one who controls what your reality is. Yes, there are external circumstances that may be negative, but it's up to you to shape your energy around that, how you respond to that, you know, how you see that situation. So keep in mind that the earth is always in constant motion. I just heard you never step in the same river twice. There's movement, there's change in life. You have to change. You know, in life, in order to grow, things can't stay the same. Things just can't stay the same. So even though you may be experiencing confusion, you will start to understand. You'll start to see better. And you'll figure it out real quick. That confusion is going to go real quick. All right? This is a time to devote yourself to helping others. Devote yourself to connecting with others. How can you help others? How can you connect with others? How can you guide others? It's time to serve. Devotion to service. That reminds me of divine masculine energy. Because divine masculine energies, when they're in a relationship, they're very devoted. There's a devotion there. Commitment, true devotion. When I need it. Hold on. I'm gonna make switch. Switch by TLC. The missing link. The missing link. You are now realizing what it is that you have been missing out on. The missing link between yourself and your goals. Between yourself and the future. I'm getting an image of like a road, right? You're driving down a road and you're driving like a Ferrari. You're going real fast, right? Lamborghini or something. You're going real fast. And you know how in movies, or like, I don't know if this is in Europe or whatever, but they're the bridges that all of a sudden start rising, right? And then there's an emptiness, there's a gap there, and you're not able to get to the other side. I don't know, I was just getting that vision. Not knowing how to get to the other side, not knowing how to transcend, how to ascend, transcend your energy, transcend your situation, your circumstances. You are realizing why you have been in these patterns. It's a good time to sit and, again, do that self-reflection, to look at how you've gotten into these patterns. What is it, what do you want? What is it that you want in your life? And do the people, places, and things align with that? Do you want better? Do you want something better? What do you need to do? What do you need to leave behind? What do you need to add into your life to receive that? To show the universe, God, Spirit, that you are ready for that and in alignment with that. Because we don't attract. What am I trying to say? In order to attract something, you have to be the vibration of that thing. You have to be the vibration of that thing. In alignment with the vibration. So it's important to start becoming in alignment with, in alignment with the vibrations of what your desires are, what your deepest desires are, what you want to manifest in 5 and 10 years. Look into yourself, right? But you're figuring these things out. What has kept you from achieving your goals thus far? And what can stop you or keep you or hinder you from getting your desires, getting what it is that you want in the future? But as you release the energies that no longer serve you, the links that you need are being given to you, so there's no longer a missing link. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. And then again, I'm getting the energy of, ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want in your life? What will truly make you happy? What will truly make you happy? What will make you feel loved? Explore what these things are so you can be in alignment with that energy. Grace. Make choices based on what your heart can live with. Even if those decisions may turn out wrong, we receive grace after we've shown it to others. All right? So this is saying show grace to others. Make good decisions. Make decisions with integrity. Balance out relationships. Have an equal give and take in relationships. Again, work on that healing. All right? It's okay to address the inner wounds because you're healing. It's not like you're just staring at them. You're healing them. We got to feel it to heal it. Forgive and release. That's another strong thing for you. We are stronger for carrying love and forgiveness rather than hate or anger. We can keep our lessons learned without holding on to past hurt. So it's a good time to get that awareness so you can reach, so you can know your inner light, so you can feel your inner light. And again, if you're stronger for carrying love and forgiveness, that's harder than just being resentful or anger or experiencing hatred, because that is in the moment, and that anger is really just covering up like confusion and like, you know, another like emotion, sadness, confusion. So it takes more to forgive. It takes healing to forgive. It takes healing to carry love for another. That is what you are doing. You are forgiving those in the past that have hurt you, and you are releasing them because that is bringing something better to you. And what I just heard is you are, as you're doing that, you are open to receiving unconditional love, and it's going to feel great. It's going to feel great for you. Look, working with others can create new possibilities. All relationships lead to growth. So that's kind of what I was saying. This new relationship, this incoming love is going to lead to growth. But you do have to mourn first. Grieving can be overwhelming but necessary. We are cleansed by letting our feelings wash through us. Only then can we move past the pain. It's essential for you to move past the pain here, and it's essential to move quickly to remove toxicity from your life. All right? This is how you can care for yourself. This is a self-care deck. There's a self-love. It's self-love oracle. Some opportunities require quick responses. Use your instincts and don't be afraid to move fast on your hunches. I'm hearing fleeting luck. I'm seeing that clover again. And that's a fleeting luck. That's needing to jump on an opportunity before it passes you by. So it's essential to come in, to move quickly, to make that, take that action. I just heard make that call, take that action, and remove toxicity. We are only treated as bad as we Wait, we are only treated as badly as we allow ourselves to be. You teach people how to treat you, and if you don't have boundaries, if you allow their BS, if you allow them to abuse them, they are going to do that. We are only treated as badly as we allow ourselves to be. Pay attention to your physical and emotional health and reduce toxic burdens, all right? Now, where is my box? Here we go. My box. So this is my box of childhood healing, as well as shadow work and some relationship things. So I'm going to try to gently shake this so it's not like hurting your ears. I'm going to try to gently shake this. If it's too loud, go ahead and take the volume. Shake it, babe. Shake it, babe. Shake it, babe. All right, let's do it. Divine Masculine Collective. Okay, what do you need to work on during this full moon? A 1. A 2. And a 3. 3. All right. Oh, actually, 4 came out. Sex with me so amazing. So in the past, Divine Masculine, you felt anxious and you were unaware of what to do. So you felt like you didn't have control. You experienced stress and anxiety because you did not know what to do. This could have been something that was beyond your control. For example, like parents divorcing. As children, we can kind of think that it has something to do with us. And that can cause us to feel anxious because we don't know how to fix it, right? It's just an example. But now you are more confident with who you are and what you need to succeed. We talked about this. Expectations lead to resentment. Expectations lead to resentment, okay? Now, I have 2 questions for you, and you can ponder on these. You can reflect on these, meditate on these. The first message for you, the first card for you says, is it easy for you to ask for help, Divine Masculines? Is it easy? And we got that message before with the leg up card. That's having difficulties asking for help. Is it easy for you to ask for help? Does it make you feel weak or vulnerable? Why do you think this is? Maybe you had parents. I mean, you could have had parents that were very independent or expected a lot out of you. Or maybe you had to parent, siblings in them. So it can make you feel weak because you're not able to do everything on your own. Okay. And finally, Divine Masculine, are you happy to be alone in your own company? Do you use other people to fill a void? All right? That's something to ask yourself. And if we don't like to be alone in our own company, then why would we expect anyone else to want to be alone with us, right? So Divine Masculines, that was your reading. Those are your messages for this buck moon, this full moon on July 13th. I hope that I was able to, ow, I just scratched, I shouldn't have scratched that. I hope I was able to provide you with some insights into, yourself and what's going on to make it more clear for you. And I hope I was able to give you some useful solutions, okay? Wow. Okay, I guess you got one more message, and this is a message of sensitivity. And this says, appreciating beauty requires sensitivity. Appreciating beauty requires sensitivity. This leads some of us to feel vulnerable and to deny our emotional needs. So what are your, ow, son of a, ow. What is going on? Okay. So you could have been denying your emotional needs, not wanting to ask for help, not allowing others to give to you. But you're transcending that. Okay? You could have felt vulnerable and denied your emotional needs. as a child, I'm feeling you were not, your emotional needs weren't provided for. But now you realize that you can take care of those yourself. It says the world needs more sensitivity, not less. The world needs more sensitivity, not less. So embrace the sensitivity, embrace the vulnerability, all right? You live a more full life when you do that. You live a more full life. Everyone has the ability to create a life of joy. It is our birthright to manifest our desires. And then finally, change is not possible without movement, and movement is everywhere in the universe. You are being invited to join in the dance of change, all right? All right, no mas. So these are the messages that I have for you, Divine Masculine. I truly hope that I was able to help. And for those of you who are watching this at the end, thank you for sticking it out with me and hanging out with me, all right? Let me know what you think, how this has helped, or whatever you would like to say. That's positive in the description box, in the comment section below. Also, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate the support to my channel, and also subscribe to my channel. My beautiful, beautiful Divine Masculines, you are doing an excellent job. You are working on some really tough lessons, and you should be so proud of yourself. All right? Because it's not easy. So you're doing an amazing job. And yeah, you're doing an amazing job, all right? And again, you should be very proud of yourself. All right, Divine Masculines. I'm going to do a Divine Feminine reading next. Not tonight, but next. So you can always view that too, all right? To see how you are both mirroring each other, if you would like to. I'm sending you love and light, and talk to you soon. Bye.